Next up was the WWE United States Championship match, Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens. All right, solid match here. Kevin Owens has always been great, and Logan Paul, once again, despite having only maybe half a dozen matches or so under his belt, tremendously shows why he is so good in the ring despite his experience, because he gets in there and is doing some nice clean transitions. He's always got the showmanship down, so truly Logan Paul never disappoints in his matches, and Kevin Owens right there in the ring, you know, it's just a match made to be something enjoyable. And personally, I actually thought in terms of pure in-ring action, this was definitely the best of the two non-Royal Rumble matches, and at this point I thought this was the match of the night, beating both the world title match and the women's Royal Rumble match. But yeah, there was even a great funny part where Logan Paul yells to Corey Graves, then he says that you said no man can suplex Kevin Owens, in which Kevin Owens responds by doing that reverse suplex off the top rope, and Corey Graves has said, goes ahead and says, that's why I said it. That was good. But as we get to the closing parts of the match, so this is very interesting. So Logan Paul's friend comes out with the brass knucks and goes ahead and tries to give it over to Logan Paul, and the referee catches him and calls security, and security honestly does a poor job of escorting him out, because if you're telling the person to leave and they just keep arguing with him, that's where you need to escort them out, right? So I don't know what they were doing with there. And then eventually you end up having Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. They end up coming out, and while all this commotion's going on, when the referee and security's not looking, Austin Theory, he pulls out another pair of brass knucks and goes ahead and gives it to Logan Paul. And from here, a struggle ensues between Kevin Owens and Logan Paul, and Kevin manages to grab the new brass knucks and he knocks out Logan Paul, and they got me. I thought this was the finish, and I'm like, oh, okay, what a fantastic finish, because I didn't know, you know, like, are we going to get the same finish here that we always get, just like Roman has the same type of, you know, screw job finish. It's going to be another screw job finish from Logan Paul and his friends. And so Kevin Owens goes for the pinfall, and the referee gets in position, start doing the count. 1, 2, and you think it's going to be 3. He stops, because he sees the brass knucks wrapped around Kevin Owens' knuckles, and the referee's like, nah, calls for the bell, disqualification. And I thought this was hilarious, because I'm like, well, basically, you use the old line, Logan Paul did not screw Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens screwed Kevin Owens. And I was cracking up, and you know, I think it kind of makes sense as a heel when you think of Kevin Owens. Even in his time as heel, Kevin Owens really hasn't cheated in his matches, so he's always pretty much won most of his matches fair and square for the most part, whether being heel or babyface, so he's not done this. But I also thought, I guess this ending kind of made him look a little foolish, because everyone probably should know, if you're gonna cheat like that one-on-one, pull it back in the tighter, discard the evidence by throwing it away. And also, it once again is just hilarious, because isn't it funny how when the heels cheat, the referees, they seem to not be that observative. They just go ahead and count the pinfall. But when the babyface cheats, all of a sudden, now they're being much more observative. And it's like, where was this when all the times he cheated? Like, come on. Yeah, I'm just saying. But overall, the match was cool. I enjoyed it. And like I said, up to our next match, the best match of the night. And it certainly did what it needed to do. It protected Kevin Owens from getting a pinfall, as he should, because like I said, he went toe-to-toe with Stone Cold Steve Austin in WrestleMania 32. And I'm glad to see that Kevin Owens has been protected ever since then. In addition to that, it also kept the U.S. title on Logan Paul, because I feel that they're not going to take that title off to Logan Paul until WrestleMania for LA Night. Yeah.